After I get it.
What's up, everyone? This is Founder After Hours. It is Founder After Hours because it's my story, it's my experience, and I'm just documenting it raw, like giving it to you raw. Right, today, what I'm going to talk about something that I've been thinking for the past 1 year, actually, and that is work-life balance as an entrepreneur. Is there a thing like that? I mean, and I'm talking about my own self, right? First, maybe I should define what I mean by work life balance. So, basically, how I see work life balance is keeping, not unbalancing people or things around me that will unbalance me. Yeah, it sounds pretty straightforward. So, in other words, if there's something that will happen to somebody or something that will happen that will make me lose my concentration, that will make me lose my motivation, I would rather want to attend to them because at the end of the day, if I don't attend to them, it will unbalance me. So then I'm unbalanced, right? So I won't be able to. If I bring it a bit home. If I'm pursuing this contract to build a web application or to build a mobile app, and something happened to somebody that is very close to me, or something unbalances someone, I don't think I'll be able to have the necessary enthusiasm or have the necessary things that I need to be able to get the work done. So I will be unbalanced. So how do I keep things balanced? And in the course of entrepreneurship, you get to speak to so many people, like advice. You take advice says from so many people. You speak to so many people. Try not to speak to your enemy, or you can even learn from your enemy. So and there's one discussion that I had with someone that is respected in the business world, at least that I think that is successful. I mean, depending on the our definition of success, he has like it's a successful entrepreneur. Yeah, from the grand scheme of things. I mean, he has branches, he has the turnover is insane, so it's really a successful one. And I was just like, sir, um, what do you think actually? Like, is there anything? How do you balance how do you balance all the things around you? I mean, your business, the family, and everything around you. And his response shocked me because he said, Paul, there's no such thing as a work-life balance. I think it's you guys European European definition." And I was a bit confused and I was shocked. Maybe I was shocked because I did not want to accept the fact that, okay, are you now saying, sir? So, and I was thinking on my feet here. And we have a saying in Nigeria here specifically that when a successful person is talking, you that is not that successful shouldn't really be advising, because you should first go and be successful, then come back and advise. So I was picking my words. I was very, very confused, and I was just picking my words. And I was thinking on my feet, and I said, but sir, yeah, if there's no such thing as work balance, and how do you now manage when something happen and unbalances you? Then it was a bit muted for a while. And then I doubled down and I said, okay. And I'm thinking, I was like, sir, let me tell you how I'm thinking about it, because remember, I cannot advise. It just bothers me genuinely. And this is territory that I've never been before. So I was genuinely shocked. And I'm like, okay, so sir, but let's look at it this way. I mean, I don't know if this scenario makes sense to you, sir. But let's say we have two people going to a particular location, 100-kilometer location, and that's going to be their destination for years. And one has the choice of getting a sports car, and the other one has the choice of getting a truck. And one chose to get a truck because then he or she knows he can put all the things that he needs inside that truck. And the one that took the sports car was just wanted to get to the destination as fast as possible. And that one with sports car got to the destination very fast. And the one with truck was loading bed, loading up everything that he or she needs to make life much bearable and comfortable, whatever that definition is, at the location. And then it turns out that they got to their destination. As on their journey, the one with sports car obviously got there. Like, you all know how that will go. And the one with the truck was taking his time, not our time, just you know doing it, stopping somewhere to eat, to because there's food, there's drinks, there's even a ping pong inside the truck. It's a massive truck which really crawl in that sense, right? So, but the one with sports car got to the destination and discovered that he or she needs to drive back and pick food, pick water, and that, sir, is even painting the best case scenario, because in some cases you might come back and you might not see the water again, you might not see uh, um, any of all those things that you left behind again. So how will you really reconcile this? And I think he is a very smart entrepreneur, smart man. He kind of picture, he knew where I was going with this my analogy, and then he said, Paul, but I'm sorry to tell you, but something has to suffer, right? Then that really got me thinking. I'm like, okay, how do I actually want to model mine? That is where, and this thing called success, entrepreneur, or whatever things out there becomes really personal. Because as they say, advice is advice. You have to be the one that will choose that, okay, this is how I want my destination. Is there anything even called destination? For me, because life is it's continuous journey, but you want to have more ups than downs, and you need to eventually get to tell yourself, like, this is how I want it to play out, right? So what I would say is that today, if you ask me today, like, are you balanced? I would say yes, actually. I would say yes. I would say I'm balanced with the decision I've made. Uh, it's not easy. I have to tell you this. I can't stress it enough. But running a company and keeping family and keeping the children and keeping the household, especially when you are not in the same country. When you're not in the same country, how do you reconcile and balance them? But you need to know that it's possible for you to. You are not going to go as fast as you ought to go. But what does that even mean? Because if you go that fast and you get to your destination and there's nothing, then it becomes like, okay, why did I actually drive that fast, or why did I actually move that fast? Or will you rather go in a speed that can accommodate everybody, that can accommodate family, that can accommodate friends, that can even accommodate few enemies? No, I'm kidding here, but but you need a bit of enemies, right? That makes life balanced, right? Because you don't just want to have too much of them, right? You need people that do not really agree with you. So that discussion, it sounds a bit like a fruitful one, but it was very fruitful for me because it also got me thinking. It also got me thinking to say, okay, you know what? How do I want to model my own journey, and how do I want to model my life? How do I want to walk this thing through? And I started to think, like, okay, because you will lose friends, you will lose acquaintances, I would say, but you will not lose friend. I don't want to say true friend, because what is that definition? Friends are friends, but acquaintances, they will drop. Friends for me are people like you necessarily do not talk to every day, except your interest aligns, right? Your interest aligns means that you're in the same field, or you are the same entrepreneur. There are few people now that I speak more often with. I speak with them almost every week now. Before, I didn't speak to them for like 6 months, 7 months, 1 year before we speak. But now, and they are my very good friend. But now we speak almost like every other day because our interest aligns. Why there will be some category where they're your friends, you really love them, but you might not be able to speak to them once every 6 months, but they will still love you. So what I've started to do is to carry everybody along. You can't carry everybody along. You have to carry the people that you really care about along, to say, yo, you see, I won't be able to be calling you every time. We won't be able to have that. In short, you don't even need to explain, because they will see. They will see that, okay, this guy probably needs some time for himself, because when they call you, they are the one that will not tell you that I've been calling you for the past 3, 4, 5 times. Didn't you see my missed call? Aren't you replying my call? Aren't you doing this? Aren't you doing that? Yeah. No, they won't do that, right? They're the one that we understand, that we know that you are not taking them for granted, that we know that, yeah, you not speaking with them, it's not. So you have to bring everybody that you care about into this journey and speak to people there. Like I said earlier on, advice is advice. Yeah, you will be the one that will make your choice. And people really do in this journey. People will counsel you. They will counsel. Trust me, they will counsel you. Some of them will try to project their fear into you, their uncertainty into you, and that's not because they have anything against you. Trust me, they really do love you. That's why they're telling you not to do it. If you ask me, if I meet people and they ask me and it's, oh, I also want to do this, quit my job, do this. My advice would be, my advice to them would be like, are you crazy? Why are you doing it? Yeah, so maybe that's what those people are also do, your friends. So they really care about you. That's why they're telling you that they are letting you see fact. They're letting you see the figures. They're giving you like facts that will make you, that will dissuade you from it. So it's not left for you to take it and say, okay, you know what, I'm still gonna go ahead and do it. Right? That's where this thing called entrepreneurship becomes really personal. And that's also how you define your own being balanced. So am I going to still function if I hear that my loved ones is suffering and they need my attention? Will I be able to sign that contract? Or am I able to still go ahead even when I lose everything and look myself in the mirror at the end of the day when that definition of successful, I don't know what that means. There's no one absolute definition of that. Will I still be able to look myself in the mirror and be satisfied that, okay, so far I have attained that balance? If you ask me today, I will tell you that it's very balanced. Of course, don't speak to people that really like you. They might think otherwise. They might think, tell him to shut up. It's not that balanced. It's not called me for the past 6 months or 1 year, or it's not keeping it that much in touch. But I will tell you that I've been able to live with what the decision I've made, and I've not jumped on a sports car. I've taken a truck, but not like a 911, the way they call it in Nigeria, right? Not like a massive truck. I've taken it's a slightly bigger truck that can still run, or maybe do 80 kilometer per hour thereabout, instead of taking like a very very fast truck. And the one I took is to accommodate the things that I know that I care about, that will not unbalance me. You understand? That's for me is where I draw the balance. So what else would be nice to talk about? Work-life balance as an entrepreneur, taking advice and deciding how you want it to play out, and yes, yeah. Let me know, or let me feel free to share if you are also an entrepreneur or planning, or how you see it. It would be nice to see what people think.